Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 1.
Go ahead, sir.
Vehicle check, please, Tony. Hotel 96 Victor Tango Hotel.
Stand by.
Blue Ford Sierra. Or was.
No trace lost or stolen, sir. Last keep
Shown Tom Kenyon, 66 Cheetham Road.
received, Tony.
Fire services there now, Sarge. Cutting him out.
He's lucky to be alive then, this lad.
I don't know, Sarge. Mr. Monroe reckons he had half his face ripped off. Must have been quite spectacular.
It's not a circus, Tony. It's a near fatal.
Sarge.
How'd the lorry driver get on?
Well, apparently he's been a bit battered by an overeager civilian.
Get easy, me.
This is a waste of time, Sarge.
It's all right, mate. You understand perfectly what I'm talking about. You've got these in Spain. You just blow in there.
Mira, he's pretending.
If you don't do this now, we arrest you, we take you down the station, and we do it there.
Hey, got a result.
He's pretending not to understand, sir. He's refusing to take a breath test.
Right, nick him and get him down to the station. We know he's been drinking.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Mira, uno de tus compañeros me atacó. No comprende. Get him out of here.
Right, I'm arresting you for refusing to take a breath test. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? Of course you don't.
Gary,
Yes, sir.
go in the ambulance with the victim, will you? Keep us up to date.
Yes, sir. Mr. Carpenter, sir. The apprehended the driver.
Very public-spirited of you, Mr. Carpenter.
Oh, you got to do these things, haven't you, being British, you know what I mean?
Put up a struggle, did he?
Yeah, you can say that again.
Accounts for the cuts and bruises.
Well, he was trying to run away, weren't he? You know what I mean? I heard this crash. When I come out, I see him trying to leg it.
Mr. Carpenter's going abroad later today, sir.
Yeah, Munich. I do a run there every 2 weeks.
I see, so you need to take a proper statement now. Well, if you wouldn't mind coming down to the station.
Certainly, I consider it my duty and a pleasure. I'll just get my coat.
If he sees Royal Battalion in the car, nick him for breach of the peace.
Oh, sir. Do we know the driver is yet?
Well, this was on the back seat. Name on the inside says Michael Kenyon. The registered keeper is a Mr. Kenyon. And what do you rate to this, though, Reg?
Ecstasy.
I'll put money on it.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 1.
Go ahead, sir.
We'll need the FME and a Spanish interpreter ASAP.
Received.
Yes, sir. Have a nice day. There's no pleasing some people, is there? You'd think we were responsible for all this.
All right, George.
Oh, well, I would be, sir. If it wasn't for the great British public.
I will have you on your way soon.
Is kid still alive?
Just.
What did the lorry driver do? Forget we drive on the leg?
He's been drinking.
Oh, nice one.
Sierra Oscar 358. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, I'm on the way to the hospital, Tony.
Don't look like the victim's going to make it.
Looks like we're dealing with a fatal now.
Yeah, a Spanish-speaking person, please. Thank you.
Wish we could get on with it. If we don't get a move on, he's going to sober up.
Hello, can you explain to him that we've arrested him for drink driving, that we're waiting for an interpreter, that we will be wanting to take a breath test and the medical examiner will come and check him out, and of course that he's entitled to a solicitor and to make a phone call.
Why can't we just get him to blow into the magic bag and have done with it?
Because we can't do it without an interpreter. Foreigners have rights too, even when they've killed a kid.
Okay, can we process this then, please? What is your name?
Paco Mendez. So what's he doing as interpreter coming from Spain?
Okay, what is your address?
Número 23, la calle San Miguel Gate de Gorgos, Alicante.
Fancy you getting a chest while we're waiting?
30311.
Bob, get George and Narika to see the registered keeper of the car. We need to make an identification of the body.
Sir. 30 minutes ago. OK, thanks. Well, she left nearly half an hour ago, sir.
She?
Miss Eleanor Glue.
Glue?
G-L-E-W.
Great. So our interpreter's lost in the wilds of Sun Hill somewhere, is she?
Well, if and when she does arrive, we better ask her if she got stuck in traffic.
Meanwhile, we just sit and twiddle our thumbs, do we? Spanish consulate's been informed, I presume.
May we?
All right, come on. Cheers, Ray. Let's go, Manuel.
I can do a cursory examination, but without someone to speak his language, I can't really say whether he's fit to be interviewed. An accident like that can cause shock. If he hit his head on impact...
He was running away from the scene, Doctor.
He got those marks from an overzealous citizen doing his bit for British justice.
You say you used the minimum of force to restrain him?
He was struggling, wasn't he? I mean, they do wriggle about, don't they?
They?
The eye ties.
He was Spanish.
Same difference. I know, I do a run to Spain. You can't tell them apart.
You never actually saw him in the driver's cab?
Yeah, as. I saw him jump down as I come out of the office. Legging it he was.
So you chased him?
I pursued him in a northerly direction.
He has cuts and bruises to his face.
Well, all's fair in love and war, know what I mean?
Do you think you might have been a little bit over-enthusiastic?
Are you kidding? I should get a medal!
Is your husband...
He's getting dressed. And he'll be praying.
We just wondered...
He spends his whole life praying, so why shouldn't he pray when God takes his only child?
Do you know how long he'll be?
There's no hurry, is there? Michael's dead.
Well, we don't know for sure, Mrs. Kenyon. That's why we need you to make an identification.
I'm not stupid, Constable. You've found his football jersey and his driving licence. Did you say that... that his face was disfigured?
I'm afraid so.
He took the car at 9:30 yesterday evening. He said he was going to do some revision at a friend's. We just thought he was punishing us.
Punishing you for what?
He didn't ask me if we could take the car.
And now he asked me.
Isn't your car?
Well, you weren't here.
No, I had a meeting. If he hadn't taken the car, he wouldn't have been in an accident, would he? It's as simple as that.
Something like this was bound to happen sooner or later, wasn't it?
What do you mean, Mrs. Kenyon?
Which doesn't mean anything. He's in shock.
Well, I've got one of the relief for the FME now. Spaniard's been a bit stroppy.
Stroppy about what?
Well, we won't know that until the interpreter gets here, will we, sir?
I know that, Matthew. What I meant was...
This is the interpreter, Helen Glue. Inspector Monroe, Sergeant Boyden.
Alas, thanks, Steve. Miss Glue, good morning.
Sorry I'm late. I got stuck in the traffic. I did, seriously. There's been an accident. Traffic's terrible.
I think we're already aware of that, Miss Glue.
Oh, yes, well, you would. And it's all right about the name, by the way. I've heard all the jokes. They used to call me Yoo-hoo at school.
Right, well, if you'd like to come this way, Miss Glue.
Did you ask for absolution, Tom? Did the Almighty grant you that?
Pull yourself together, Val.
No, I just don't get this. The son's just been mangled in the car smash and all they can do is argue.
Oh, different ways of showing grief, I suppose.
The Spaniard blew 35, sir.
He's lucky then. Technically, is legal.
Just.
Legal is legal, Matthew.
I still reckon it's a death by dangerous. He's probably over the limit when he crashed.
Right, have you got book 83?
Yeah, I'll get it.
He's fit to be detained, then?
The bruises are quite severe, but I reckon so. He's pretty angry, though, now that he's got someone to speak Spanish to. Your interpreter, Miss Glue. She's going at it 19 to the dozen.
Meaning?
Well, I don't speak much Spanish, but she seems to be telling him he can make a complaint if the arresting officers beat him up. Something like that.
Who's she working for, us or Amnesty International?
Bueno, yo tengo una gran queja con ese cabrón que me atacó. Y otra cosa, yo no manejaba el camión, ¿eh?
¿Por qué echaste a...
Miss Glue, with the greatest respect, you're here to translate for us.
Yes.
I hear you've told Mr. Mendes about his rights.
I was merely advising him on the rights he's entitled to as a visitor to this country.
Well, don't.
Sorry.
We advise him of his rights. You translate for us.
Nevertheless, he wants to make a complaint. He says the plainclothes policeman who arrested him beat him up pretty badly.
That was a civilian who stopped him running away from the scene of the crime.
Oh, really? He thought it was a policeman. El hombre que te pegó no fue el policía.
No.
¿No?
Puedo hacer una denuncia contra el que me pegó.
Can he still make a complaint for assault?
We'll talk about complaints later, shall we? You see, I know two people who will also complain. The parents of the kid who was killed when he collided with a truck, whose driver, a visitor to this country, had been drinking.
Something he just said, Sergeant.
Inspector?
Sorry.
Yes?
Well, he just said, just this second before you came in, he said he wasn't the driver. He was just a passenger getting a lift back to Spain. The driver ran away, he got scared, so he ran too.
Oh, come on. I've heard some things in my time.
That's what he said.
What is it?
Harriger witness, carpenter. He says he saw the prisoner jump out the right-hand side of the cab.
Yes, so?
I mean, well, it might not amount to much, but the Spanish lorry. Well, being Spanish, it's left-hand drive.
Can you hold on Sarge, the car that was in the fatal, H96 VTH, just had this guy reported it's stolen. He says that it's his dad's car and that his name is Michael Kenyon.
Michael Kenyon? Is he still on the line?
No, he hung up. He sounded pretty upset. I'm not surprised, though. He was supposed to be dead.
Would you come through now, please?
From Sierra Oscar receiving.
Yeah, go ahead, Sarge.
Free to speak, George.
Yes, Sarge.
You at the hospital?
Yes, Sarge, we're just going in to make the ID.
Michael Kenyon has just reported his dad's car stolen. They might get more than they bargained for.
5 minutes.
Number 66. Neighbour reported possible burglary.
But where George and Narika were just now, parents of the fatal.
Correction, parents of the non-fatal. It would seem that Michael Kenyon is alive and kicking.
I can only describe this as outrageous. It's totally outrageous. Why didn't you check more carefully before you subjected us to this ordeal?
It was a legitimate assumption to make, sir.
Legitimate, she said. We endured agony for 3/4 of an hour, girl.
He's okay.
Look what you
Don't
put my
make a
wife
scene.
through.
No, I'm quite all right, really.
It was your car, Mr. Kenyon, and Michael's football shirt was in it.
My son wouldn't have taken that car without my permission.
Yeah, well, maybe you're sorry it wasn't him.
It's obvious. He's a disciplined lad.
The victim did have your son's license, sir.
He must have stolen it, mustn't he? Thieves do steal things, you know.
Would you like us to take you home, sir?
No, I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Mr. Kenyon, we never said that it was Michael. That's why we needed you for an identification.
No, but you insinuated, you see. That's the trouble with you people. You always insinuate.
I'll go around the back, Dave.
All right, Mike.
Mike! Stop struggling. You're nicked. Get up.
What do you mean? I live here.
Oh, yeah?
I'm Michael Kenyon.
Make a habit of breaking into your own house, do you, Michael?
My house keys are with my car keys. It got nicked. I've just reported it.
Here, Dave.
What are these? Smarties?
I take odds on ecstasy.
What are we going to do? Flush them down the bog? If you needn't have panic, we're only here to investigate a break-in. Michael Kenyon, I'm arresting you for possession
Sierra
of
Oscar
drugs.
from 517.
Unless you do so, what you say, mate.
Sierra Oscar from 517.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, we found
Michael Kenyon alive and well and breaking into his own house. They've also done him for possession.
Possession? Possession of what exactly?
drugs.
My son doesn't have anything to do with drugs.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with much by all accounts.
Tom. Shut up, Val.
181 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Go ahead.
You're still at the hospital, Narika.
We're taking Mr. and Mrs. Kenyon home, Tony.
You caught that then?
Michael Kenyon's been arrested for possession, yeah.
What exactly did you mean by that last remark?
So did his mum and dad.
What are you suggesting? That I don't know my own son? This is preposterous. I think I need to speak to your superior officer.
Senior officer.
What?
Senior officer. We don't have superior officers.
Sí, así pasó. Mira, no dije nada antes porque es que estaba confundido.
He didn't say anything earlier because he was confused.
Well, if he wasn't driving, why did he run away?
He said because the driver did.
So he's been covering up for his friend by keeping stum.
He said he wasn't. He was just confused, in shock.
So why won't he tell us where the driver is?
He doesn't know.
All right, Miss Glue. You're supposed to be independent.
I'm sorry.
Please, ask him again. Does he know the name of the driver?
¿Cómo se llama el conductor?
Felipe Sánchez.
Felipe Sánchez.
Ask him why there were no papers in the driver's cab.
¿Por qué no estaban los documentos en la cabina?
No sé. A lo mejor se los tenía encima.
He doesn't know. Maybe Sanchez had them on his person.
Interview suspended at 0744.
¿Qué pasa?
I don't
believe this. Didn't any of the witnesses see anyone else?
Not as far as we can ascertain, sir.
Kenyon's not the driver. He's not the driver. Some shift this is turning into.
He's not telling the truth, sir. It's garbage. He's a greasy dake trying to wriggle off the hook.
Do you want me to translate that?
Your son's been arrested and is being interviewed, sir. I'm afraid you'll have to wait.
I want to speak to your superior... Your senior officer. There's been something of an error.
I'm afraid the duty officer's tied up at the moment. If you'd like to take a seat, he'll be with you as soon as he can.
Yeah, looks like dealing to us, Michael. The same stuff we found on you, we also found in your dad's car.
I said it was stolen.
Well, it's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it? I mean, the bloke who nicked your car, you say you don't know, having a rather large quantity of the same drug.
So you left the stuff in there?
I didn't. Where was the car left, anyway?
Well, it doesn't matter, does it?
You sure you don't know who took the car?
I lent it to someone.
Who?
A bloke named Barry Oxley.
Barry Oxley?
Do we know?
Not many. Dealer and general lowlife on the park. What's a bloke like you mixing with a bloke like Oxley?
He used to hang around outside school selling E. I thought it was a laugh.
Did you know he was banned from driving?
Yeah. I lent him my licence as well, just in case.
So why report the car stolen?
Because I panicked. If the car wasn't back by the time my old man got up, he'd have gone crazy. Look, I don't want to get Barry into trouble. He won't go down for this, will he?
He's gone one better than that.
Por favor, no te preocupes, ¿eh? Tranquilo, todo va a estar bien. Bueno, gracias. Muchas gracias, ¿eh? Haulage company confirms that Felipe Sanchez was the driver. They've never heard of a Paco Mendez. And, they went a bit hysterical when they heard that their lorry had been involved in an accident.
I'm not surprised. Well, we need to find out a little bit more about this, Mr. Sanchez. Yes?
Can I have a word, sir?
Excuse me.
That fatal earlier, the victim's believed to be one Barry Oxley.
Barry Oxley, eh?
I sent June and Gary round to speak to the mother, but there's no one in.
Puts a slightly different perspective on it, doesn't it, Bob?
Sir?
Well, hardly innocent lambs to the slaughter, is it?
And secondly...
What?
Mr. and Mrs. Kenyon are at the front office.
Why can't you deal with them?
They want to speak to the duty officer. Mr. Kenyon wants to make a complaint about having been taken down to the hospital to identify the wrong body. It's all bluster, if you ask me.
Well, I didn't ask you, Bob. Tell them I have to wait.
Sir.
¿Y cómo se llama el restaurante?
El Miramar. Joder, tengo unas ganas de irme, ya estoy harto de este país.
Sí, son cabezotas, ¿eh?
No hay que lo digas.
Pues eso es todo.
Sí.
Bueno. He's been working in a Spanish restaurant in Clement Walk for a month. The Miramar. Literally look at the sea. Hardly in Sunhill, hey? Sorry. Owner is an Alfredo Delgado. Felipe Sanchez is the owner's cousin, stays there when he does trips to England. Arrived last night, met Paco here. Paco is hacked off with England, thinks it stinks. I know how he feels.
Thank you, Eleanor.
And Sanchez says he'll take him home. Paco's delighted. They have a celebration supper, get going first thing in the morning, and wallop.
Wallop?
The accident.
Is Sanchez at the restaurant now?
¿Está Sanchez con su primo?
¿Dónde iría si no?
He doesn't think there's anywhere else for him to go.
Right. Interview terminated at 8:10.
Oiga, dame tu número.
What did he say?
Oh, he just asked me for my telephone number.
So where are we off to then?
We've got a long straw, Steve. We're off to Spain.
Sarge?
Got your passport?
Can't be true. It isn't true. He's a religious boy. He wouldn't take drugs. This is an outrageous slander on a boy's character!
Religious or not, he was found in possession of Class A drugs. He's admitted as much.
Religious? He's not religious. Don't you see, Tom? It was only a question of time before he turned against you for forcing your views down his throat.
He stole a car as well.
Of course.
He took it without my permission.
Well, he often did.
I want him charged with that as well. And if it's true he's got drugs on him, I don't want him in my house anymore. He's let me down. He's let us both down. Come on, Val.
No, I'm not leaving him.
You can lock him up and throw away the keys as far as I'm concerned.
You can't beat children into submission, can you? Not in this day and age. What'll happen to him?
He will be charged with possession with intent to supply, and if your husband wants to press charges, for taking without consent. He will then be bailed to appear before magistrates. The rest is up to them.
We're closed. We're on police business, Mr. Delgado. We're not here for a paella. Is that Philip Sanchez? Thank you. Philip Sanchez. Philip Sanchez. Do you want to translate?
I understand. I speak English. Is the boy dead?
Yeah, he's dead. What was the idea? Leave the lorry here and skip the country?
Skip?
Get out of the country?
I don't think so. My cousin, he said I should report to you. I think when I got rid of beer, I would. Joder. You don't understand the shock, sir. Stupid fool driver, he came straight at me. He was on the right-hand side of the road. I think he's foreigner. I know you drive on the left. How do you say? Despierte bruscamente. I swerved to the other side. He swerved to hit me. I was on correct side of the road. He's mad. High on something. Fool.
I'm arresting you for causing death by dangerous driving. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? Comprende?
Perhaps I should get the duty officer.
Perhaps you should. My neighbour said you lot was round earlier. My boy's not home, so what have you got him here for?
If you'd just like to take a seat, please, madam.
I don't want to ruddy well sit down. If you've got him here, I want to know why. You bully that boy. He hasn't been in trouble for 6 months. What you looking at?
Mrs. Kenyon.
Oh, Michael.
Come on. He's been bailed to appear in a month's time.
Thank you.
This him? This your boss? Oi, I want to know what's happened to my boy.
What's the problem?
What's the problem? Your mob was round my place half an hour ago. My son Barry ain't come home. So what have you nicked him for this time?
Mrs. Oxley.
Yeah, Mrs. Oxley.